Alabama has something called Anaya's Law. What is it? Anaya's Law is named after a poor woman named Anaya Blanchard, who unfortunately was murdered. And she was murdered by a fellow who was out on bond for a serious crime and was a horrible person. And so the state of Alabama thought, well, we want to make our citizens safer. And so they enacted Anaya's Law. And Anaya's Law allows a judge to completely deny bond. In other words, to say a person who's charged with certain violent crimes, hey, there is no amount of money they can pay to get out of jail while they're awaiting trial. And those are serious, typically what are called Class A, or the most serious level felonies, things like kidnapping first degree, domestic violence first degree, sodomy first degree, and other real serious charges under Alabama law. And as I've said, it's meant to address and protect people from potentially dangerous criminals causing further harm. There's a problem with it, however. And the problem is that not everybody who is accused of a crime is guilty of a crime. In fact, under our system, a person accused is presumed innocent until or unless they are found guilty in a court of law, and some people aren't found guilty. And our legal system is so clogged that it can take 3-4 years for a case to go to court. And when a person is jailed after being accused, well, they're still presumed innocent. So you have somebody who's presumed innocent who sits in jail, and of course there's dire consequences not only for them, because they're probably going to lose their job. I mean, if you sit in jail for 3 or 4 years, even if you're innocent, your employer is typically not going to say, oh, well, I'll hold the place for you. And your family, well, if you're the breadwinner of the family, your family is probably going to become destitute or struggle severely. Your kids don't have their parent home. So there's a lot of negatives. The other problem that I see is that certain kinds of crimes, like robbery, have a pretty low conviction rate. So a first degree robbery conviction rates nationally hover somewhere around 50%. So half of those people who sit in jail for 2, 3, 4 years, they're not going to be convicted of that, but they've sat there, and that doesn't do much good. And so, is that just? I'll leave that for you to decide. But I think there's problems with it. Judges in the past, before Anaya's Law, would simply set a very high bond on situations, and they do other things like maybe require somebody to wear an ankle bracelet or something of that nature. But Alabama law does allow a judge to deny bond for somebody who is accused of a serious felony. So what do you do if somebody you love is in that kind of situation? Obviously, you contact the best lawyer you can, you consult with them, and you try to do, or let the lawyer do what he thinks is best to try to remedy the situation. He may or may not be successful, but at least you'll have somebody trying to do what they can to do damage control or to succeed in getting the person acquitted if that's possible. If you enjoy this video and you want to see more, hit the subscribe and the like button. I hope you found it to be educational and informative. Thank you for watching.